Hi there, everybody. So, yesterday was a day. Some things happened.
It's me.
A lot of things happened, actually. It was complete and utter insanity. To begin with, Haru became Sonic the Hedgehog, but in car form, and took off at the speed of sound. We probably caused several thousand car accidents along the way. There are many lawsuits incoming. Millions are dead. But you know what? Made it to our destination on time, which then led to us staying over at a very fancy place with a hot spring location, which just so happened to lead to a scene that I was just so bewildered by that I had to sit there and ask myself, what am I playing anymore? And it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And then it ended. The big ending was Zenkichi being a complete idiot with his plan to help the Phantom Thieves escape, because he didn't think to himself, it could be useful for them to have an ally on the inside working with this person who's arresting them to help them out. Now I'm gonna scream out loud and be like, "Run for your lives!" So that you thus therefore are going to immediately get yourself arrested and therefore nullify your usefulness to this team entirely. But it's fine. It was a fun experience. It was a hell of a ride. Or something like that. I don't know. So what we're going to do now is we're going to press A and see what else is waiting for us let's just go. I don't know.
Password. What pairs well with curry?
Coffee.
Accepted.
The hell kind of password is that?
Something only a true LeBlanc aficionado would know. It's foolproof. Did I really need a password? How are things out there, Mona-chan? It's a nightmare. The streets are packed with cop cars, and there are foot patrols on every corner. Yeah, for once, I'm actually glad I look like this.
Oh, and also one more thing I forgot to mention. The reason why the Phantom Thieves are going to be arrested is because they're under suspicion for murder. Again. Yay.
This makes no sense. I thought part of our deal was that they wouldn't arrest us.
Yeah, and now they're treating us like killers. It's total bullshit.
This journey was supposed to prove our innocence, yet it only led to further condemnation.
You don't think Gramps tricked us, do ya?
Zenkichi put himself at risk to warn us. Without him, we'd be in much greater danger right now.
Are you really kidding? There's no way you all could have gotten out of there in that short amount of time. There's also no way you didn't hear the cop cars pull up. You didn't hear her scream at the top of her lungs, or hear them talk in the first place, or hear the riot shields, or the alarms, or anything. There's no way Zenkichi yelling is what set you off.
And if Zenkichi-san really wanted to sell us out, the police would have showed up here too. So let's stop doubting him, guys.
Yeah, you're right.
By the way, Sophia, thanks for getting us here safe.
No prob. But how did all this happen? It's probably safe to assume this was something beyond Zenkichi-san's control.
Betcha Koei set it up, seeing how much bullshit he was spewing about justice.
Well, we've wreaked havoc in 4 jails already. If Koei had created them, it would only stand to reason that he'd lash out now.
But it could also be Owada, that politician Zenkichi told us about. Either one of them may have us all profiled.
So what do we do now?
Hey, why is Zenkichi's name on TV?
Last night, the Kyoto Prefectural Police announced their arrest of Inspector Zenkichi Hasegawa for harboring fugitives. Police headquarters have released a statement regarding this apparent scandal, which has been met with much confusion.
You gotta be kidding. They're taking it out on Gramps?
Why would they arrest him?
Because he's an idiot. He never should have been arrested, but it was entirely his fault that he got into this mess in the first place.
He sacrificed everything to save us.
Because he's stupid.
Let's get off our asses and help him.
Don't be reckless. We'll only be led into their trap, and that's exactly what they want.
I get that, but...
I'll try talking to Sis. Oh, right! Saya-san's a lawyer! I've kept her out of the loop so far, and I imagine she won't be too happy once I get her up to speed.
You know something's gone wrong somewhere along the way when I'm actually looking forward to seeing her, and compared to who we dealt with recently.
There are more important things to worry about than her reaction. I'll see if she can help.
Good. As for the rest of us, let's keep gathering as much information as we can.
Damn it. That bastard interrogator. It's like he enjoyed getting those hits in. Guess that's what I deserve. Oh, what the hell am I doing? Should have just left those thieves alone. Then neither of us would be in this shitty situation.
Or you could have just not shown your hand at the place. Like, there are many things you could have. First, there's no way that. First of all, I don't buy that their arrival should have been a surprise to the Phantom Thieves. I don't buy that for a second. But furthermore, even if by some miracle they had no idea they were there until Senkichi opened his mouth, there are better ways he could have alerted them to their presence without literally saying, "Run!" Like, I
couldn't even protect the ones I care about most. God damn it! Wonder if they made it out all right. As if that even matters anymore. Connie, Aoi, I'm sorry. I couldn't save anyone in the end.
Oh, dear Lord Almighty.
Hey! Please stop touching our things! Since when can you enter someone's home without a warrant? You lack probable cause!
Whoa, not bad for an inspector's daughter. Listen, Akane-chan, was it? We have plenty of probable cause. See, your daddy's been arrested thanks to the Phantom Thieves.
What? The Phantom Thieves got him arrested? No. No way that's true. I mean, why?
You really didn't know? I'm sure it's all over the news by now. TV.
You're really going to be deliberately vague with that terminology just so that she... wow.
Now move along. We have work to do.
Let's wait until we see what she sees in the news.
Inspector Senkichi Hasegawa of the Kyoto Police held under suspicion. Arrested for harboring fugitives?
I like how there's a TV right there and she's reading the news on her phone.
The Phantom Thieves found responsible for murder and hacking Emma?
No, they weren't found responsible for jack shit. They're suspected of it. There's a distinct difference that this game is refusing to clarify.
That's impossible. What am I gonna do? Somebody, help me.
Sure. How can I help you?
God damn it. I knew it. She's gonna... God damn it. I knew it. I knew it. I told you. She's gonna become a monarch and she's gonna have a jail all to herself and we're gonna... God damn it. Oh great, my favorite person.
Have the Phantom Thieves been caught?
No, not yet. I've seen three-legged dogs work faster than the boys.
You know, for a second there I have expected Jarvis to answer him.
Well, they sure are tenacious. Guess that's how they made it this far. You think the police could turn up the heat on their hot pursuit?
If you're asking, I'll see what I can do. But in return, make sure you don't forget to set up a jail of mine as well.
Oh, that's a given. Please, look forward to what I have in store. Emma?
Yes, Akira. How may I help you?
You think the cops can actually catch the Phantom Thieves?
Considering the Phantom Thieves' unknown power, it may take a considerable amount of time.
I was hoping to get you back online once we captured them.
If it takes any longer, it may negatively impact our public image.
Maybe what I said on TV wasn't exactly reassuring. All right, Emma. What's our best option?
The fact that the Phantom Thieves can access jails poses a threat to our plans. Since we can't afford to wait for the police, we could always trap them in a jail and force a change of heart.
Now there's an idea. After all, we wouldn't want to waste their precious talent. Good plan. How do we make it work?
It would be best to make the Phantom Thieves come to us, instead of chasing them. Perhaps we can use someone they're close with as bait to lure them into a jail.
Oh, and do you have someone in mind?
Yes.
Then that's who we'll go with. Emma, make that person a monarch and have them capture the Phantom Thieves.
Understood.
Once they're in our grasp, we change their hearts to our liking. And if that proves impossible, they die.
Should we notify Mr. Owada?
No, let him be. In order to cleanse this world of evil, nothing will get in my way. And you, Phantom Thieves, you will be the sacrifice to bring about my new world order.
Good Lord Almighty. Oh boy.
So, I got a hold of my sister. And yes, she was angry. But she also said she'd do her best to help.
That's a relief. Then we'll leave Zenkichi to Nijima for now.
What should we do from here? We can't just sit here and wait. It's from Akane-chan.
Phantom Thieves. We have Akane Hasegawa. If you want her back, come to Inari Taisha.
What the?
What's wrong?
Akane-chan's been taken. It says if we want her back, we have to go to Inari Taisha.
Huh? The hell's that supposed to mean?
Taken? You mean kidnapped? Why? She's got nothing to do with us.
I don't know. I'm just going off of the message she sent us.
You guys think maybe Akane's just messing around?
Akane-chan doesn't know our other identities. And even if she did, she wouldn't trick us.
True. Who would do such an awful thing?
That's definitely a possibility.
So they're using Akane-chan just to lure us out?
Given the timing, what else could it be?
Unforgivable.
What do we do? Can't even go to the cops.
What else is there to do? We go after her.
Calm down a moment. This has to be a trap.
Yeah, they'd probably catch us within minutes of stepping out the door.
But we can't just leave her. If they even lay a finger on Akane-chan, I'll... Anyway, with Zenkichi-san behind bars, we are the only ones who can save her. If we put our own safety above that of an innocent life, then we have no right to call ourselves Phantom Thieves. I am well aware what this is, and I'm fine going out there alone. You guys stay here and hold the fort.
You're doing what now? No. No.
You losing it? We never let a friend risk their neck without at least giving backup.
Plus, Akane-chan's our fan. She knows more than anyone. We never abandon people in need.
Otherwise, we couldn't live up to our name.
Even if it is a trap, let's turn the tables against them.
Darn right, Haru. Let's show them how big a mistake they've made.
Thanks, everyone.
Alright, I'll take point and guide you past trouble. Sophia, you navigate.
Okay, got it. I'll find the quickest and safest route there.
So, they're aware that this could possibly be a trap, but they don't even consider the possibility that, hey, maybe Akane hasn't been kidnapped in the traditional sense. She's just been turned into a monarch by Emma, and therefore they're using her to they're being lured towards her, not by using her as a hostage, but by having us trick her into thinking she's being kidnapped when in actuality she's the threat we're gonna have to end up facing, and we're gonna face her in a boss battle and probably gonna lose and get captured, and I don't. So this whole thing happened because we went on that little side quest with. Okay, so this all gets traced back to that phone call that happened in the RV. Everything that's happening right now is traced back to that stupid phone call. Because if we even had a single functioning brain cell and answered the phone and just held it up for Zenkichi to talk into, and we didn't say a word, None of this happens, because we don't have a reason to meet Akane or get involved in their personal life at all, which means they don't have her to use against us, which means we have a reason to care to go after her. What?
Let's get going.
Oh dear God almighty.
Well, we made it here somehow.
Sophia, are you sure this is it?
I'm definitely sure. We're outside Inari Taisha. But I don't see anybody suspicious.
If it's a trap, then freaking come out already! The hell? Don't call us out here and then make us wait.
What is it? What did you find?
I found a jail. This whole area smells like one.
You mean there was a jail in Kyoto this whole time?
No, there wasn't one before. I'm sure of it. But there is one now.
How interesting. Whatever could that mean? Could it be that Akane is now a monarch in control of a jail? No, that couldn't possibly be the case.
How is that possible?
You have a friend request from the Phantom Thieves. Please state the keyword.
Now what is it?
A friend request on Emma.
Could it be the kidnapper?
Come on, you guys are smarter
Given
than
our
this.
location and the circumstances we're in, I'd say without a doubt.
But we don't know the dang keyword. Wait a minute, why do we even need one? Isn't Emma supposed to be inactive? So why is it working now all of a sudden?
Yeah, you're right. Maybe they restarted their service?
I just want to know why the friend request says it's from the Phantom Thieves. What gives? Makes it seem like we're the bad ones.
Keyword successfully entered. Beginning navigation.
What?
The keyword's Phantom Thieves too?
Oh, you're shitting me!
Who do we know that's a rabid Phantom Thieves aficionado who runs a podcast talking about them? Golly gee whiz, I wonder who it might be. Come on. At this point, look, they may have bullshitted their way through some serious contrived luck with the whole switcheroo not inception, but now you see me levels of trickery with Akechi in the interrogation room was switching between the metaverse to have the decoy shadow joker or cognition joker thing. But they're smarter than this. I don't earnestly believe that they wouldn't come to the conclusion that, or at least consider the possibility at the very least, that it might be Akane who's... Ugh.
This looks like
A jail. It has to be.
My bad, guys. I just had to go and blurt out the keyword.
Don't worry about it. Either way, the kidnapper wanted us to be here.
I didn't stock him on healing
Set up
items.
a brand new jail.
I didn't... You...
voice!
Help me, Phantom Thieves.
That sounds like Akane-chan.
No way! Is she actually in here?
That's a problem. Where there are jails, there are bound to be shadows.
Yes.
This is...
There's no time to waste. Let's get Akane-chan out of here.
Well, we'll cross the story bridge when we... I'm not allowed to return, am I?
No turning back now. Let's move forward.
Piss. I can't even stock him on healing items. I can't... Okay. I can't... Okay, so what we're gonna... The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna give On and Makoto some use. I guess we'll uncheck horror for now, just so we get some of the underleveled characters a bit of a time to shine, because Ryuji and I are doing alright, Morgana's doing great, Haru and Futaba are doing good, Sophia's doing alright. These three are the ones who are underleveled, the most underleveled. I don't really want to use you, but I'm gonna have to at some point, but I'm gonna use On and Makoto for the time being. And we're gonna keep Ryuji because Ryuji's awesome. The smart thing to do is to put Ryuji and to swap Yusuke and Ryuji so we can level them up, but going into a palace where we don't have any healing items because I was not aware we were going to be railroaded in this and therefore did not have the time to stock up on healing items appropriately, we need all of the support we can get, and I know how to use Ryuji. I don't know how to use Yusuke, so we're gonna keep things as they are right now. But we'll cross that story bridge when we get to it. Right now, we need to worry about the immediately pressing issue of we don't have healing items because we used them all up in the last jail. We are not prepared for this. Like, we're just not prepared for the situation.
We need to be quick, or else.
Question. If this is a jail, doesn't that mean the Shadow Akane's here? Not the real one?
Right. Only her shadow.
She's right there!
Crap, that is her!
Come on, she needs help. Yeah.
You're not this dumb. You're not just gonna run blindly into. Are you? What? Futaba, what are you doing? What are you fucking doing? What are you? You're not this. Wait, are you? Are you? Are you kidding me?
What?
Welcome, Phantom Thieves, to my own jail.
What just happened?
Spit it out, Hasagawa. The Phantom Thieves.
No, 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 no. We're stopping this dead in its tracks. Okay. Where do I even begin? First of all, you morons. None of this shit would have ever happened if you just had the brain capacity to think to yourself, hey, the keyword is involving the Phantom Thieves. The message is request from the Phantom Thieves. Who do we know that happens to be a massive fan of the Phantom Thieves, a fangirl you might say, who runs a podcast all about the Phantom Thieves, where she pretends to be a Phantom Thief, where her room is literally decked out in all the Phantom Thief merchandise that exists on this planet that we didn't even know existed until we saw her room, who also happens to be the one who's allegedly been kidnapped to use against us. Gee, do you think it might be Akane who's the monarch? Do you? Do you think so? I can't tell. I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't. They're smarter than this. At the very least, Makoto should have been the one to speak up and say, hey, do you think it might be her? Makoto should have the brain capacity to figure it out. We, as Joker, should have the choice to say that. Futaba should probably say something. Anybody on that team. I would even say that Yusuke would have had a better, would have at least had an inkling in the back of his head that might be something that was happening. But even if you get past that, there's no way they would blindly charge towards her, just chilling in the middle of the jail, strapped to chained to a post, in the most blatant, obvious trap I have ever seen. They never would have done that. They never would have ever done that. There's no, if I was in control, I would not have done that. But I wasn't in control, because it was a cinematic where the Phantom Thieves all contracted idiocy for a little bit. Oh, but wait, we're not done yet, because it turns out that all the Phantom Thieves didn't charge towards Akane. I forgot her name for a second, which is odd because she's been there's a character with her name has been in like 5 different games at this point. Because as it happens, Futaba tripped. I don't know what she tripped on. I don't know why she tripped. But she did, and as it happens, she tripped at the exact moment she needed to avoid being picked up by the cage along with the rest of the Phantom Thieves. And as the cherry on top, none of the other Phantom Thieves heard her fall, heard her cry for help, or any of it. None of them turned around to help her, so nobody else was trapped outside the cage. Which means. What is happening anymore? Because now I guarantee you it's going to be up to Futaba to save the day. I don't know if we're going to have to play as Futaba in a an escape sequence or whatever. But whatever's gonna come of this, if it were not for the fact that she didn't trip there, there would be nobody left to rescue the Phantom Thieves. You people are so goddamn stupid. I can't. Oh, who wrote this? Who wrote this? Why? Oh my god. Now back to this bumblefuck over here, my favorite.
You cost us all the achievement of a lifetime.
You say that, and you call me traitor?
What was that?
I can see it in your eyes. Every one of you. Your heart's been changed. Now you're just a zombie.
Zombie my ass. You better cut the crap and give me a straight answer. Unless you want your face run straight through this table.
Be my guest. Need I remind you who you're dealing with? I'm pubsec, asshole. We don't bend easy to piss ants like you.
Are you?
Hey, wait! You can't just barge in here like this.
Who is it?
I'm sorry, Miss Nijima, but we're in the middle of questioning.
I can see why they would trust you.
Nijima?
Nice to meet you, Zenkichi Hasegawa.
I've taken one look at you and have immediately ascertained exactly why my sister would trust you.
I'm Sai Nijima, and I've been asked to get you out of here. I heard you've been looking after Makoto for me.
No, he has not been doing that. He has not been looking after Makoto for you. He's been doing jack shit. Makoto's done just fine on her own. She certainly doesn't need this asshat to do anything for her. In fact, of all the people, he's probably gone after her the most in terms of just being a twat. Because he was barging into her personal life about the death of her father and the absence of her parents, and her relationship with you, might I add. Just throwing that into the mix while we're at it. And, which is even more funnier when you consider the fact that he just said on a minute ago that it's not your business to ask about his personal life, but he can totally ask about our personal lives, because he's such a great person that I love so much and has completely consistent standards. Jesus Christ, what is happening anymore? I think I'm just still in shock over that last scene. Like, this should never have happened. There's no shot this should have ever happened. Again, I just went over this. They never would have believed that she wasn't the Monarch. They never would have charged blindly towards her. Futaba should not have tripped. She tripped to literally nothing, just so she can be the one to stay back and rescue them. I don't know how she even got out of there alive in the first place, when there should have been guards and shadows swarming the area that shouldn't have let her escape. This is ridiculous.
How am I supposed to help them? I can't just sit here and do nothing. Futaba, think. Who's there?
Also, wait a minute. Are you telling me I didn't think about this until now? Pretty sure Morgana's small enough to be able to fit through those bars. I didn't get a good look at the bars, but I'm pretty damn sure Morgana's small enough to fit through them.
Sakura! Oh, thank heavens you're alright. Where are the others? Did they make it?
You're okay. I'm so glad.
Whoa! Calm down there. Of course I am. Now, where's the rest of the gang? Are they alright?
Nobody is. They've all been caught.
Due to some straight up bullshit.
What? By the police?
No, by Akane.
Akane? What's my daughter got to do with any of this? Listen, I need you to fill me in.
So, here's the thing. I kind of tripped accidentally, and therefore I wasn't caught.
Has a jail? What? You're saying she's a monarch?
How is this a surprise to anybody?
That's insane. I can hardly believe what I'm hearing.
Me either.
Did they rough you up when you were arrested, Zenkichi?
I'm fine. I actually owe you kids for sending in the cavalry in the form of a kick-ass lawyer.
Oh, right. Makoto's sis. Dang, she works fast.
That she does. Next time my own people decide to arrest me, I'm calling her first thing.
So, what's the cavalry doing now?
Working with her superiors to take some of the pressure off us, at least for the time being. That way we can make our move.
What move? Are you cooking up a plan?
Yeah. I want to get in that jail and walk out with my daughter and the rest of your crew.
That's no plan. That's a suicide run. There are shadows all over the place. If you charge in with no persona, you're toast.
Futaba, you are not one to talk about suicide runs when your entire plan involved charging brainlessly at Akane, and you would have been caught, which led to the rest of the Phantom Thieves getting caught, which you would have also been caught had you not tripped over literally nothing. You literally did a Mekon from Danganronpa and tripped on fucking nothing.
What? I need one of these persona things too? Can't you take them out with yours?
My persona's not really spec'd for combat. It's more of the support persuasion.
That's fine. I'll take whatever support you've got.
You do realize this could kill you.
That may be. But I'm Akane's father. I'd die for her without a second thought.
Oh, and that's another thing. Futaba doesn't fight, she supports. So there's no chance in the world she would have been able to fight off any shadows that charge the position.
Zenkichi.
Besides, if our loved ones are on the line, I'd rather take a stand than sit back and calculate risks. I know it's the same with you guys.
You know what? You're 100% right. Let's team up and get everyone back.
I am just dumbfounded by this nonsense. I can't wrap my head around what the hell just happened. This is insane. This is actually absurd. Like, the Persona 5 Royals twist was bullshit that made no goddamn... I mean, in regards to the whole switching places in the stupid interrogation room with the Ketchy thing that happens after Sei's Casino Palace. That was ridiculous. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. You can fit through those bars.
Shit won't budge.
Your body is literally
Hey, give it a rest, Skull. You're just wasting your energy.
slide through the bars.
But still.
What are you doing?
Fine.
I sure hope Oracle's okay. With any luck, she made it out unscathed.
Akane-chan, why are you of all people among
Do you also like how they don't... I can't even finish one thought without getting to something else. So let me finish my last thought, which is that was bullshit, and it made no sense. It was so clearly contrived. But you know what it didn't boil down to? A character tripping accidentally. And therefore the rest of this nonsense rescue mission is allowed to unfold. But also, they should just be able to slip through the bars. But also, do you like how they didn't actually show Futaba escaping the jail? Because they know that there's no way she should have ever been able to get out alive. So they just don't show it to you, so that they hope you don't think about it. Okay, come on.
How did it even come to this?
I'll tell you how. You all were idiots, and Futaba tripped over herself. That's how we got here. Oh, and one more thing. Let's not forget that the only reason any of this is happening at all is because of the stupid phone call in the RV.
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to change your rotten hearts.
Akane-chan!
You Phantom Thieves do nothing but dress up murder and glorify mass hysteria. No, you can't be the real Phantom Thieves. You're fakes hiding behind masks. I'll make extra sure to personally change your hearts.
But I won't do it yet.
We're not the bad guys here.
I won't do it yet, because that would require me to have a brain and do it immediately. So that there is no ticking clock for Futaba to actually... God damn it.
That's right. Even your father's been set up.
Bullcrap. I won't let anyone fool me again.
Also, couldn't you just keep them... Well, no, I mean, you could just keep them here indefinitely and that'd solve your problem, but then you shouldn't do that. What you should do is change their hearts right here, right now, so that Futaba never has a chance to do anything.
I can't trust anyone anymore. Police. Not him. Not you losers.
That's why I'm going to leave you there to do nothing and risk the possibility of you breaking out in some capacity.
Akane-chan! Now choose. Who wants their heart changed first?
Okay, so she is doing it right now. So then my question is going to be, how in the world are they going to get there in time? God damn it, I can't.
to see you!
Get down, she says.
Both your knees broke. You did not land on your feet. That did not happen. Your knees broke.
Akane's in here.
That's not how humans land.
They're on you, Zenkichi! Hide! Nice. Now let's get stealthy.
Okay. Let's do this, partner.
Incoming dead ahead. Hide or it's over.
I have to play as you? Why the fuck do I have to play as you? Can I play as the Rock? Can I just play as some random rock? Or, like, one of the stones in the ground? Or can I play as the enemy? Or maybe, how can I play as Futaba, hiding in the shadows, directing me? I'd rather do that. Why do I have to play as this turd nozzle?
You'd better hide if you see something coming. You're a goner if you get caught.
I know. That's why I need your backup, Sokka. Oracle?
Zenkichi doesn't have the power to fight shadows. You must reach the exclamation point marker without being detected. If you are spotted, it is game over. Oh, what fun. Enemies won't spot you while you are in hiding. Watch their movements carefully and make use of cover to proceed without avoiding detection. Good God, are you kidding me? We're playing a stealth game now. We're playing a stealth game now. We're really playing a stealth game, huh? That's really cool. This is... See, this is why we don't get good stealth games anymore. And that's coming from someone who doesn't like stealth games.
Whoa. Man, that was close.
Like, the only stealth game I've ever played that I actually enjoyed was Budget Cuts. And the fact that I enjoyed that game is an anomaly. Like, that's... There's no... Oh, that's a thing. How am I getting around this? This way, I guess? Yeah, I guess this way. The only reason I honestly don't know if I... Because there's going to be an upcoming video where I talk about Budget Cuts. And I'm having trouble quantifying why I think that game is so good. Because I know I enjoy playing it. And I know that it has good mechanics. But I guess I'm just struggling to figure out why I enjoy it. Because by all accounts, stealth games are not something that I inherently enjoy. So, it's an anomaly that I enjoy Budget Cuts as much as I do. But I think it's just because so much of the market is just watered down with them. Because, and the reason why is because it's just so many games have their own mini stealth. Like, for instance, the Spider-Man PS4 game has its own stealth section when it just doesn't need to. Like, it doesn't need to have its own stealth section. But a lot of games will incorporate half-assed stealth mechanics.
Who wants their heart changed first?
And that's why... So he got there just in time then, somehow.
Whoa, Gramps?
He escaped the police after all.
Alright, well, like, I don't even know where... So, you can fit through the bars. That's first of all, slip through the bars and you can escape. Once you get out, you can use your personas to take them all down, no problem. The fact that he got there at the exact second right before they were about to kill or change the Phantom Thieves is like, wow. Also, this shouldn't stop them anyway because there's no way they would be intimidated by Zenkichi when they're not even intimidated by the Phantom Thieves. There's so many layers to how none of this is working. I can't even...
What are you doing here?
What are you doing? No, don't talk. What are you doing?
I can hardly believe
Stop talking! What are you doing? Akane, you don't have time to monologue to people. Like, the whole reason, okay, if she didn't monologue and be like, I shall change your heart, I'm not listening to you anymore, this is all bullcrap, and she just changed their hearts immediately, none of this would have happened in the first place, because they would have already gotten to work changing the hearts, and they would have gotten there too late. But now that they're here, it shouldn't stop her anyway, because she shouldn't be intimidated by him at all. She clearly has no problem talking to her father in a negative tone, so now that she has all this power, no way in hell she's gonna let him stop or do what she wants to do. Futaba, why are you out here? Shouldn't you be in the shadows providing support? Why are you...
Get going, or I knew you'd come.
You are Akane, right?
What are you doing?
None of them did anything wrong. If you're willing, we can talk this out.
Talk it out? With you?
Just kill him already!
You can just go to hell.
What are you doing?
How many times I told you what happened? You didn't do a thing. So don't try acting like a father to me.
Akane, please listen to me just this once.
We don't have time for a moment!
Catch the person who took your mother's life. I understand why you'd want nothing to do with a father who kept his head down and took it. But if you don't snap out of it, they're gonna get you too. Now wake up!
Say you couldn't catch him? It's more like you didn't want to catch him.
God, I don't like anybody!
You knew it was Owada.
You all suck!
Owada?
As in Owada the legislator? One of the masterminds we seek?
It happened right in front of me. Owada ran Mom over without a hint of regret. I told you, the police, and everyone I could think of. But even then, he wasn't arrested. Why is that? Why does he get to take an innocent life? Aren't the police supposed to do what's right?
Well...
Senkichi-san, tell her!
Nijima.
Kane-chan isn't just angry in the moment. She's been consumed with frustration ever since she lost
We
her
don't have time for a moment! Futaba, get them out of the thing! Get them out of there, we'll mop the floor with them, and then we'll leave! We don't have time for this!
You tell her the truth. She is going to keep playing this over and over in her heart.
Speaking of playing things over and over again,
She'll never move past it.
we can do this later. This isn't gonna work. Let's do this later. Do it later!
After your mom died, I was taken off the case. They reasoned that a family member couldn't judge impartially. Soon after, that secretary ended his own life, leaving behind a note saying he was the one responsible. No one else spoke up to contradict that. To the police, it seemed like solid proof. Eventually, they concluded the secretary was at fault and left it at that. To them, the case was as good as closed. Akane, when you told me what really happened, I knew that note was fake. So without skipping a beat, I opened up my own investigation. But no matter what I found as proof, it'd get wiped one way or another before I could bring it to light.
So you gave up, right? Your sense of justice sure didn't get you very far.
Akane, I made a promise to Aoi that I'd protect you, no matter what the case.
What?
At that point, you were my only reason to live. I didn't want to lose more family, so I promised Aoi I'd never let anything happen to you, even if it killed me.
Saying that doesn't change anything.
One day I received a threat letter in the mail, telling me to either stop my investigation or my daughter dies.
What? How could they?
That's when I realized there was definitely evil in this world.
It took you that long to realize that? Also, this would be one of the things you mentioned a long time ago. If you think maybe if you mentioned that to her earlier, then maybe you would have avoided some of this.
In the end, one man is nothing compared to the forces of darkness.
I think maybe one of the times when she accused you of not loving her or not caring about her, you could have been like, yeah, so you'd be dead because I chose. The choice was either investigate or risk your life, and I wasn't going to risk losing you. That could have been something you said. Instead, we're here with 4 useless twats in the background doing diddly squat, Futaba not trying to get us out of here, and her stopping to listen to him when she could easily plow through Zenkichi without even lifting a finger.
Gramps.
I will never forgive Owada, even though I can't lay a finger on him. If it weren't for my current boss, I'd still be wallowing in despair. I decided I'd do whatever it takes to help her reach the top, all the while thinking it was the only way to protect Akane and honor Aoi's memory. And I was even prepared to use all of you without a second thought.
Zenkichi.
Akane-chan.
See? You hear that just now? He's nothing but a scheming manipulator. As long as he gets his way, he'll hang you all out to dry.
Oh my Jesus Christ.
How could you say that?
Did you not get that he's been trying to keep you safe?
Like, how in the world do you listen to what he... Everyone sucks so much.
I know what he was trying to do, but to do it, he sacrificed his values as an officer.
You pick a lane and stick to it! Dude, what do you care more about? You care more about him and you, or his job? You cannot have it both ways. His choice was literally a life or death choice between him continuing his investigation and saving your life. And he chose you because his family matters. Why am I defending Zenkichi? In what universe am I defending Zenkichi? But here we are, and that's what we're doing. He chose you. He chose his daughter over the investigation because that's what family means to him. He cares about you. He loves you a lot, in fact. You mean the world to him. And that was your whole thing, was you said you had no right to call him, for you to call him your father, and he was a shitty father or whatever. And now you're like, well, actually, what I really care about is him sacrificing his values as an officer, and it's like, you cannot have it both ways, you little demon.
Akane.
If it was only us, I get it. We're family. Mom would think so too. But what about the secretary who died? Did you ever stop to think what his family's going through?
He couldn't control. What do you mean?
Not only did they lose a loved one, they have mom's death hanging over their heads. Did you forget that?
You
used to forget on purpose.
God, this is too much brain cancer for me to handle. I swear to God. Okay, so again, I don't know where to begin. So first of all, he chose the whole, it all boils back to the ultimatum of investigate or your daughter dies. All he knew in the moment was, if I continue investigating, my daughter is going to die, and I cannot have that. In that situation, the only thing at stake was his daughter's life, and he did what he could, what he did in order to prevent that from happening, in order to prevent you from being killed. As for the secretary dying, that was beyond his control. You can technically dial it back to that, in the same way that you can domino back a lot, you can roll back the dominoes and roll back the balls to a lot of places where they start off. So, for instance, depending on how much you want to stretch this, you can dial it back a far way to your conception in the first place, and the circumstances that led to Zenkichi and his wife meeting and creating you. We can dial it back to that point. We can dial it back to the birth of your mother or the birth of your father. There are many places you can go back to infinity and beyond with how far back you can roll these balls. But that's a useless metric because it will always go back further. So what makes sense is to dial back to the most logical point, where from beyond this point, nothing can change. This is the inciting incident where there is no going back from this point. And that incident is something that is beyond Zenkichi's control, because you cannot blame him for taking action that he had no way of knowing was going to do anything. He had no way of knowing that the ultimate, like, it's not like the ultimatum was save his daughter or save this random secretary. That wasn't the choice that was being made. That was not the choice at stake. He chose to save his daughter and nothing else was going to happen. What happened to the secretary is beyond his control. So, what's happening here is you are using a post-hoc rationalization. You're trying to say post-hoc that he died because of you, which maybe it's technically true that if Zenkichi didn't do what he did, he wouldn't have died, but that you cannot place blame on someone for something that they did with no knowledge of it actually doing anything. That's not, and by the way, this isn't like, you might say, oh, so if someone pushes a random button, they don't know what it does, and then it drops an anvil on 10 kids, you're gonna be like, oh, are they not at fault? It's like, that's not what I'm saying here. It's this in a situation where you're pushing a random button, you're doing something that clearly has no implicit connection to anything, and making the most rational decision with the information you have. It's not your fault if information comes up later that you had no control over. God, I hate everyone right now. Every person in this scene. Fucking hell!
Like Owada?
You and the police just sit on your asses all day, letting the bad guys roam free. You people can't save anyone. I can. I'm the only one who cares. I'll change that evil bastard's heart so Mom can rest in peace. I'll beat down every last villain in this world.
Akane-chan.
Is this why you became a monarch? Because I sacrificed others to keep what little family I have alive?
You didn't do that!
This whole time? And this all my doing? You're like this because of me.
Zenkichi.
It's true. I used whoever I could, as long as my daughter was safe. It didn't matter what anyone else suffered. What else was I supposed to do? I was trying to protect my family. It's what anyone would have done. Anyone! Anyone but a man of justice.
What?
Who's there? Are you sure you weren't at fault? Who's talking to me? You knew what it would cost to give up the chase. Yet you fled from the truth, convinced yourself it was right and just, with your daughter's name hollow upon your lips. You are as guilty as those you hate, a foul villain, rotten to the core.
God, wow, my Jesus Christ.
No. You traded away the justice you built. You bought your comfort, bribed your guilt.
Is the strat to make you try to like Zenkichi by accusing him of shit that's just blatantly wrong so you're forced to defend him? Is that the strat? Because it's not working, but...
Zenkichi, what happened? Snap out of it!
Futaba, get them out of there! Or, just go to the bars!
Run free. And used the Phantom Thieves solely for my benefit.
Oh my...
I'm just as rotten as those criminals.
Your daughter would be dead if you didn't do that, and you had no control over what happened to the secretary. Oh my... It's not like... The ultimatum wasn't your daughter dies or the secretary dies. It was stop investigating or else. This you can't...
I don't have the right to lecture Akane. I never did to begin with.
What is happening right now?
Who I am?
That's right, Zenkichi. Wake up! Maybe you did stuff your emotions away, but it was for your family's sake. You did it to protect Akane, the daughter you love. My mom was the same. She worked as hard as she could every day, doing what she believed was right. So stop blaming yourself. If you want to blame someone, blame those monsters that hurt your family.
Yeah, don't lose sight of your target.
Your devotion to your daughter is what matters. Torturing yourself over that would be a waste. Now look deep within your heart and find your way forward.
Guys.
Be strong, Zenkichi. Please get back up. This is something only you can do.
How are you all still alive?
Are still out there. Bring them down for Akane-chan's sake.
Why is she letting them talk? How are they not all dead by now?
You're right. The real threat is still out there. Those who ruin lives and tear families apart without a second thought. How stupid have I been? My own daughter tells me how to do my job. And then these kids start lecturing me? I may not be a hero. And I sure as hell don't deserve any awards. But at least I know what makes a person evil. Evil only cares about itself. It's the mark of a man who would bring another to ruin and dare not show remorse. I will never let people like that go free. And I'll give everything I have to bring them down!
I'm just... This episode has just been a constant string of insanity. At least to some degree.
Do you
finally see the truth. Do you know the true face of the guilty? They condemn the good to slavery, pretend they do not see their agony, just as you once did. But another story must begin. Now, show your jailers that you will wear a different chain. I am thou. Thou art I. If you yet seek true justice, we will see it done.
Fine. Seal the contract.
Are you kidding me? Really? I'm never putting you in my party.
For real?
Shut the fuck up. Hey, Akane, you know something?
I know what I have to do now.
Perhaps.
Condemn the evil and hunt them down.
Perhaps if you killed them when they were directly in front of you, unable to harm you even to even a minor degree, you would have may have been able to get out of the situation in one piece. But now, you've let Zenkichi awaken his Reaper persona, and now you're gonna die!
Is that his Phantom Thief attire? And he has a persona!
When we finally get out of this waking nightmare, I'm never putting you in my party.
What are you waiting for? Get him!
Oh, now you're gonna say that! Now you're gonna say, oh, what are you guys waiting for? Get him! Don't just stand there and do nothing! You stood there for like 50 minutes! Find the balance between Fury and Life Drain. X activates Wolf's Fury. Though powerful, he will lose HP over time. When deactivated, his special attacks allow him to recover HP. See tutorial for more details. Oh, good God almighty. I can't. What is happening? What is happening anymore? You're never getting added to the team. Let you do your thing? This isn't your thing to do. This is our thing to do. And why are you still... One of you get out here and help me, you assholes! What are you doing? Like, literally, what are you doing? Why are you still... You can fit through the goddamn bars. You know, you couldn't tell this whole thing is hacking, and there's a keypad right there, so hack in and get them out. This whole section... Is there like a third case syndrome for Persona, except it's 5th jails? Is that what's happening here? Because Akumura's Palace was also where everything went off the rails in Persona 5 Royal. Like, the game was doing really, really great until the 5th Palace, at which point everything just completely flew off the rails, and there was almost no coming back from that. In terms of the overarching main plot and story, it was all over. It was completely over at that point. So, I don't know. Did we win? Oh God. He's never getting added to the party, just so you know.
Listen to me, Akane. Those scumbags are feeding off your pain, and that of other decent human beings. They drain the lives of those around them like parasites, all for their own petty convenience. So don't let them take advantage of you. You need to come home with me.
After all this, you still won't see things my way. I won't believe you. I can't. With the power I have, I can finally change the bad people's hearts. If that bothers you, then come and get me. But fair warning, I'll change your heart before you even know it.
Akane, don't go!
She disappeared. Was she some sort of hologram?
Ah, damn it.
Gee, it's almost as if trying to talk her down was completely pointless in this moment.
You guys all right?
We are, but what about you? That outfit of yours...
Belongs in a museum. I know. But forget about that.
So do
Let's
you.
Get you out of there.
Looks like it's electronically locked. Hold on. I'll get it open in a jiffy.
Why didn't you do that earlier? I was thinking that maybe the game was gonna be like, oh, it's too sophisticated for Futaba to hack or something, which I still would have called bullshit on given the thing she's hacked in the past. But at least they could have tried that. Nope, she's able to hack it just fine. Which begs the question of why you didn't do that in the first place, you idiots.
Woo! Thanks, Oracle.
I knew you'd come to our rescue.
Oh my god.
Of course. I'm so glad you're all okay.
This is beyond stupid. And again, this all happened because Futaba tripped over herself. Let's not forget that.
Totally. I am a phantom thief after all.
We narrowly escaped a dark fate.
Yeah. I thought I'd be stuck in a jail all over again.
We heard you were arrested. You had us worried sick.
Well, thanks to you, I got out. Gotta tip my hat to your older sister, too.
Good going, sis. I knew you could do it.
But damn, Gramps, I nearly dropped a brick when you showed up.
Hey, I'm just as flabbergasted as you. And what's with the chained-up knight thing?
That's the rebel in your heart awakened. The power of your persona.
A rebel, huh? Hey, fine by me. I don't understand a damn thing, but if it can help me fight, I'll take it.
So, you guys know what this means?
He needs an official code name.
I do? Oh,
Well, it's a good thing we already know what it is thanks to the tutorial.
Call each other something different. Then go ahead and call me Wolf. Those endless days of barking on command are done. From now on, lone wolf or not, my fangs will shred all evil.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, that totally puts it in perspective.
You do look cool, Wolf.
All right then. Welcome to the Phantom Thieves.
I'm not welcoming him to anything.
It's that simple, huh? Thanks. Good to be here. Not to change the subject, but I want to get back to Akane. And I'm gonna need everyone's... help?
Whoa, Gramps, you good?
Damn. Why the hell am I so exhausted?
Because you're
It's
ancient.
all part of the process of awakening your persona. Takes quite a toll on your psyche. We should head back to the real world and rest.
No. I'll be fine. Akane comes first. Damn it.
We can't fail this mission if we want to save Akane-chan's life.
Let's come back when we're able to fight at our best.
Fine. Let's go.
Oh. And one more thing. What was the point of even locking them up in the first place? Why didn't you just change their hearts literally right there and then? Like as soon as they ran towards her, that was it. It was over. It was done. She had them cornered. Just change their hearts right there. It's over. It's done. Game over.
Okay, let's do it.
Wait for Zenkichi to recover and then head back into the jail. It's pathetic. I didn't want to slow you guys down. I owe you one. Either way, it's got to take it easy. This is where we got to make a comeback.
That's so.
Should take a nap before that. I don't think we had time to sleep since yesterday. Even I'm feeling kind of woozy. We all took a quick rest so we could rescue Akane at full strength. Oh, not this shit again.
Yet another has awakened to the flames of their rebellion. This man bears the Apostle Arcana, representing both fairness and compassion. The Apostle walks the road of life, upholding his beliefs as well as the precepts of the law. His encounters with you all have released him from the chains that once bound him. And you are worth special mention. You possess an extraordinary ability to touch people's hearts. I see you're brimming with confidence. It is something I have come to expect of you, trickster. Now, the reason I brought you here was to inform you of a new execution method. Its purpose is to strengthen your personas. While this method does not give rise to new personas, it will instead allow you to strengthen those you already possess. Please
Cool.
make use of this power on your quest to save that innocent girl. Hello, trickster.
See you later. Nice knowing you.
May luck be on your side.
After getting plenty of rest, we reunited once again.
Senkichi, you're better already?
You bet. No one in public security stays down for long. I may be a geezer in your eyes, but a little rest goes a long way with me. At any rate, I'm gonna need the full support of the Phantom Thieves. So please, help me get Akane back.
Okay, so it might be I'm gonna leave the episode here, by the way. It might be hyperbolic to say that that was the worst part of both games so far, but it's up there, because I'm just thinking about everything that went horribly wrong in the end of Persona 5 Royal. That scene where they switch places with the Shadow Cognition version of Joker in an attempt to deceive Akechi and all the logistics involved of that nonsense. That might take the cake overall, but that was close. Like, this is a close second, because none of that, first of all, again, roll all the balls back to the point where the inciting incident where nothing can change beyond that point, is the moment where she calls in the RV when Zenkichi has to tag along for reasons. And the only reason that we even went to her at all is because we, for some reason, answered the call for him. Well, no, sorry. Answering the call for him was the right thing to do. But talking into the phone for him was not correct. We should have just held the phone up to Zenkichi so he could talk to Akane. We should not have said a word to her. It wasn't our business to say a word to her at any point. And if we didn't do that, then they never would have had Akane to use his leverage against us. Moving past that point, there's no way that these people would have been so stupid as to think that she wasn't the monarch of her own jail, given all that we know about her. There's no way they would have blindly charged towards her so stupidly. The fact that this all boils down to Futaba tripping over herself and therefore being the only Phantom Thief that wasn't captured is bullshit and beyond belief. The fact that Akane didn't change their hearts right then and there is only there to replace an arbitrary ticking clock to allow them to come rescue them. The fact that Futaba was able to make it out alive given her lack of combat training is just insane. The fact that there weren't shadows surrounding the cage is nonsense. Then Kichi's stealth section was admittedly not that bad. I thought it'd be way worse than that. But beyond that point, everything stopped making sense. Akane monologued and didn't kill the Phantom Thieves or change their hearts immediately. She didn't just plow through Zenkichi, she for some reason stopped to listen to him. Their whole character dynamic, I don't buy at all. Her anger is completely misplaced. And this trying to paint Zenkichi as this horrible monster is just like, what are you people doing? Like, you're trying to be like, oh, but your heart was in the right place all along. It's like, yeah, I know. We already all knew that. We all knew his heart was in the right place all along. You didn't need to tell me that. We already knew that. And the fact that they don't Futaba doesn't hack them out of the jail early, despite the fact that she clearly can do that. They don't just slip out of the bars of the jail, despite the fact they're clearly small enough to be able to do that. Oh. Yeah, we're gonna leave this here. I've had enough of this game for today. And we're gonna hope that it gets better tomorrow. So that'll be it for now. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time. I hope to catch you all tomorrow for some more Persona 5 Strikers. Goodbye.